The order came from the farthest reaches of the galaxy: eliminate Earth, erase humanity, and secure dominion without question. The alien fleet assembled with precision, engines flaring in unison, dreadnoughts lined with weapons arrays designed to annihilate, frigates and interceptors ready to swarm. Confidence radiated from every hull, arrogance baked into every tactical plan. They believed extinction would be swift. From the edge of the solar system, sensors picked up the approaching force, and Earth's defenses stirred, not with panic, but with purpose. Hidden stations, long abandoned, flared to life. Satellites shifted into orbital formations, energy shields hummed across key cities. And orbital platforms unleashed fleets of drones that moved like living swarms, coordinating with uncanny intelligence. Humanity had anticipated this moment. The first strike arrived, a cascade of plasma bolts and torpedoes slicing toward the planet. Alien dreadnoughts fired in synchronized precision, expecting chaos. Yet the attacks were intercepted before reaching Earth's surface. Shields reflected beams back toward the attackers, defensive drones swarmed and dismantled incoming missiles mid-flight, and human frigates emerged from cloaked positions to strike exposed weapons arrays. Commander Hale observed from the flagship, eyes calm but calculating. Crew operated as extensions of his mind. Each movement rehearsed, each calculation anticipating the next. Humanity had survived deathworlds, cosmic storms, and predators that would have ended lesser species. They had been underestimated once, and would not be again. The alien fleet adjusted, attempting flanking maneuvers, desperate volleys, and overwhelming strikes. Yet every vector had been anticipated, every blind spot accounted for. Humanity's fleet moved like a living organism, each ship reacting independently yet guided by a single intent: survival, precision, and defiance. Energy arcs lit the void as human interceptors struck at key engines and weapon systems. Dreadnoughts unleashed coordinated volleys, shattering enemy formations. Orbital construction platforms released half-built ships, drones reinforcing them mid-space, transforming vulnerability into immediate strength. The aliens, once confident, faltered under the realization that they were not merely attacking a planet, they were facing mastery. Across the solar system, humans watched silently from arc ships and orbital stations. Fear had never been part of their nature. Strategy, endurance, and ingenuity were. Humanity had prepared for this for centuries, learning, adapting, surviving. The alien fleet expected annihilation. What they received was calculation, precision, and unyielding will. The stars shimmered across hulls, energy shields, and plasma arcs. The void seemed alive, bending to the rhythm of human intent. The aliens had been ordered to destroy humanity. They would soon learn that humanity was not just alive, it was inevitable. The alien fleet faltered as human tactics unfolded with flawless precision. Every formation, every maneuver, every strike was anticipated and countered before it could take effect. Drones swarmed around enemy ships, dismantling weapons systems mid-flight, while interceptors darted between energy beams with impossible agility. Human frigates appeared from hidden vectors, striking exposed engines and command modules with surgical accuracy. Commander Hale's bridge thrummed with quiet intensity. Crew moved in perfect harmony. Each hand, each eye, each calculation synchronized to a rhythm born of survival on worlds designed to destroy them. The fleet operated as a single organism of will and intellect, every ship an extension of human ingenuity. The aliens had expected chaos. They had not expected order, precision, and inevitability. Orbital platforms deployed partially constructed dreadnoughts into the void, reinforced instantly by swarms of drones. Even incomplete, these vessels radiated authority, their weapon systems online in minutes. Humanity did not fight recklessly, they fought to enforce certainty, to ensure that every move on the battlefield fell within the parameters of control. Alien commanders scrambled, launching desperate flanking maneuvers, hoping to overwhelm the human defenses. Plasma volleys met shields that adapted in real time, torpedoes were intercepted mid-flight, and engines that once burned with confidence now sputtered under coordinated strikes. Fear replaced arrogance as alien crews realized the futility of their assault. bombers streaked in waves, threading through fractured formations, striking critical systems with near-perfect timing. Dreadnoughts unleashed synchronized volleys, tearing through armor and scattering fleets with brutal efficiency. Humanity did not merely defend, they dictated the flow of battle, bending the void to their strategy and will. Refugee arcships and orbital stations observed from behind human lines. Silent witnesses to a mastery beyond comprehension. Humanity had survived extinction, endured worlds designed to obliterate them, and returned to enforce inevitability across the stars. Vulnerability became strength, fear became clarity, and chaos became order under their command. The alien fleet, once confident and commanding, faltered in disbelief. Their orders to annihilate humanity had collided with a force that was precise, intelligent, and unstoppable. Every ship, every system, every human calculation whispered the same warning: underestimate humanity at your peril. The void itself seemed to hum with purpose, every energy arc, every maneuver, every shielded formation reflecting the intelligence and moral resolve of a species that refused to be conquered. Humanity was not merely alive, they were inevitable. The alien fleet staggered under the relentless precision of human coordination. Every attempt to regroup, every desperate volley, every evasive maneuver was anticipated and neutralized before it could even begin. Human dreadnoughts advanced with unwavering purpose, their shields shimmering against the void, engines pulsing like measured heartbeats. Smaller ships darted in and out of the battlefield, intercepting missiles, disabling weapons, and striking at critical systems with surgical accuracy. Commander Hale's eyes scanned the holographic tactical displays, calm and unwavering. Crew members moved in perfect synchrony, each action a reflection of instinct honed by survival on deathworlds. By facing predators that had hunted them in conditions that would have annihilated lesser species. The fleet had become more than a collection of ships, it was a living organism of strategy and will, each vessel an extension of humanity's intelligence. Alien destroyers attempted flanking maneuvers, streaking through debris and energy arcs in a desperate bid to divide and conquer. Bombers surged behind them, guided by interceptors that wove through the chaos like ghosts, releasing torpedoes with precision that no alien computer could anticipate. Every strike, every defensive maneuver, every shield adjustment was a testament to foresight and control. Humanity did not merely fight, they enforced inevitability. Orbital construction stations came alive, releasing partially built dreadnoughts and support vessels into the formation. Swarms of drones clung to hulls, welding, calibrating, and powering energy cores mid-space. Even vessels unfinished by human hands radiated lethal authority. The deadliest species on Earth had become masters of the void, their ingenuity and foresight undeniable. Explosions rippled through the alien formations, arcs of debris spiraling in choreographed chaos, plasma streams reflecting across shattered hulls. Dreadnoughts unleashed synchronized volleys, each one calculated to dismantle shields, engines, and weapon arrays with precision. Alien fleets that had once inspired fear now faltered under strategy they could not comprehend. Chaos had been turned into order, desperation into calculated defeat. Refugee arcships drifted safely behind human lines, silent witnesses to a display of mastery. Humanity did not merely defend, they orchestrated survival. Vulnerability became strength, fear transformed into clarity, and every calculated strike whispered a singular truth: underestimating humanity was a fatal error. Even in pauses between assaults, the fleet maintained vigilance. Drones repaired stations, weapons recalibrated, shields reinforced. Nothing was left to chance. Humanity's endurance, honed on hostile worlds and through centuries of survival against cosmic threats, had become a force the galaxy could neither predict nor resist. Alien commanders, once filled with hubris, now realized their error. They were no longer hunters, they were prey, outmaneuvered, outthought, and outclassed. The void itself seemed to bend under human will, shaping attacks, guiding defenses, and asserting control over every inch of space. Across every observation platform, from arcships to orbital stations, the same truth became undeniable: humanity had endured extinction, survived worlds meant to destroy them, and returned as a species whose intelligence, strategy, and moral resolve commanded the stars. The galaxy would never mistake humanity again. The battlefield had transformed from chaos into a symphony of controlled precision. Human dreadnoughts glided through the void like sentinels, shields pulsing with energy, engines emitting a steady hum that echoed across the stars. Alien formations splintered under relentless, coordinated strikes, plasma arcs slicing through the void as if guided by some unseen hand. Every human ship moved with purpose, each strike measured, each maneuver deliberate. Commander Hale walked along the bridge, eyes calm yet all-seeing, scanning tactical displays that flickered with incoming data. Crew moved with flawless synchronicity, every adjustment an extension of his will. Victory was not measured merely by destruction, it was measured in foresight, in control, in the unyielding assertion of human will over the chaos of the galaxy. Each ship, each weapon, each crew member was a testament to intellect, patience, and moral resolve. Orbital construction platforms stirred to life, releasing half-built dreadnoughts into the void. Swarms of drones clung to hulls, welding, calibrating, and activating energy cores mid-space. Even incomplete, these vessels projected authority, reinforcing the message that human ingenuity and adaptability were inexhaustible. The aliens had come expecting prey. They found masters. Bombers and interceptors moved in waves through fractured alien lines, threading between debris and energy arcs, striking critical systems with impeccable timing. Dreadnoughts unleashed synchronized volleys, tearing apart armor, engines, and weapons arrays alike. Humanity did not strike blindly, they dictated the flow of battle, bending space itself to their strategy and intent. Refugee arc ships drifted in the fleet's protective wake, silent witnesses to human mastery. Humanity did not merely defend, they safeguarded survival, turned vulnerability into strength, and fear into clarity. Each ship, each formation, each energy pulse broadcast the same truth: humanity was inevitable, unstoppable, and precise. Alien commanders attempted desperate counterattacks, only to see every move anticipated and dismantled. Chaos became order, desperation became calculation, and arrogance yielded to awe. The void itself seemed to obey human intent, energy arcs and maneuvers flowing in harmony with strategy that had been forged through centuries of survival on the deadliest worlds. Even in moments of calm, the fleet maintained relentless vigilance. Drones repaired stations, weapons recalibrated, shields reinforced. Nothing was left to chance. Humanity's mastery had been honed through adversity, sharpened by every challenge, and now stretched across the stars with lethal perfection. The ruins of the ancient portal shimmered faintly below, a silent witness to the fulfillment of its warning. Humanity had returned. Not as a whisper, not as a shadow, but as a force that reshaped the void. Commanded inevitability, and reminded the galaxy that underestimating them was fatal. Stars glimmered across shields and hulls, engines pulsing with quiet authority. Humanity advanced with unwavering confidence, a living testament to intellect, endurance, and moral courage. Every energy pulse, every calculated strike, every shielded formation spoke one truth: the galaxy could no longer challenge humanity and survive. The alien remnants scattered, their formations fractured, their confidence shattered. Human dreadnoughts advanced in perfect formation, engines humming with controlled authority, shields flaring with calculated energy. Every strike, every maneuver, every adjustment reinforced the singular truth: humanity did not merely survive, they commanded inevitability. Orbital construction platforms released partially built dreadnoughts and support vessels, reinforced instantly by swarms of drones that welded, calibrated, and powered energy cores mid-space. Even incomplete ships radiated authority, each one a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. Humanity had endured worlds that would have crushed lesser species and returned with precision, foresight, and unyielding will. Interceptors darted through the void, threading between plasma arcs and debris, striking exposed engines and weapon systems. Bombers followed in perfect waves, releasing torpedoes that dismantled alien hulls with surgical accuracy. Dreadnoughts unleashed synchronized volleys, tearing apart shields, weapons, and command modules with devastating efficiency. The aliens had expected chaos, but they faced strategy, intelligence, and absolute control. refugee arc ships drifted behind human lines, silent witnesses to mastery beyond comprehension. Humanity did not merely defend, they enforced survival, safeguarded the innocent, and transformed fear into clarity. Vulnerability became strength, hesitation became calculation, and the void itself bent to human intent. Every vessel, every crew member, every system worked in harmony, orchestrating inevitability across the stars. Alien commanders scrambled, launching desperate maneuvers that were anticipated and neutralized before execution. Plasma beams reflected off shields, engines crippled, weapons dismantled mid-flight. The void became a stage for human supremacy, each movement precise, deliberate, and unstoppable. Chaos became order, desperation became futility, arrogance became awe. Even in moments of pause, the fleet maintained vigilance. Drones repaired hull breaches, stations recalibrated weapons, shields pulsed with energy. Nothing was left to chance. Humanity's endurance, honed through centuries of survival, had been transformed into mastery of the void itself. Each ship radiated control, intelligence, and moral resolve. The ruins of the ancient portal shimmered faintly below, their warning fulfilled. Humanity had returned. They had endured extinction, survived worlds designed to destroy them, and risen to enforce their will across the galaxy. The fleet moved as one, engines humming, shields glowing, weapons ready, a living testament to the precision, intelligence, and unbreakable will of a species that refused to be underestimated. Stars glittered across hulls, energy arcs traced perfect lines, and the alien remnants understood, too late, that they were facing something beyond comprehension. Humanity was not just alive, they were inevitability, calculation, and judgment combined. No enemy could resist, no plan could prevail, and no arrogance could endure. The void stretched infinitely, and humanity claimed it with quiet authority. Relentless preparation, and flawless execution. Every pulse, every strike, every shielded formation whispered the same truth. The galaxy had underestimated them once, and it would never happen again. The void fell into a vast, tense silence, broken only by the rhythmic hum of human engines and the subtle glow of shields across the fleet. Alien remnants fled, scattered across the stars, leaving drifting wreckage and shattered weapons as silent witnesses to humanity's unyielding authority. The species that had been ordered to annihilate Earth had encountered not chaos, but mastery. They had faced calculation, foresight, and an unbreakable will they could not comprehend. Commander Hale moved steadily across the flagship's bridge. Observing the battlefield, adjusting formations, and acknowledging crew with quiet precision. Every vessel, every crew member, every weapon system had performed flawlessly. The victory was not measured in destruction alone, it was measured in the orchestration of inevitability, in the enforcement of survival, in the intelligence and moral resolve that turned adversity into supremacy. Orbital stations and hidden construction platforms deployed new dreadnoughts, recalibrating shields and weapons as drones repaired damaged hulls. Interceptors patrolled the perimeters, ready to strike at any remaining threat. The fleet was alive, vigilant, and eternal. Humanity's dominance was not fleeting. It was embedded in every maneuver, every calculation, and every ship. Refugee arc ships floated safely behind human lines, awed witnesses to a force beyond comprehension. Humanity had not merely defended, they had safeguarded life, turned vulnerability into power, and enforced the rules of survival across the void. Each vessel, each calculation, each pulse of energy was a testament to centuries of adaptation, endurance, and tactical brilliance. Alien commanders, now far beyond immediate reach, glimpsed the fleet's relentless order and understood their miscalculation. The humans they had presumed extinct were alive, precise, and unstoppable. Their retreat was not victory, it was acknowledgement of a force they could neither challenge nor hope to understand. Even in moments of calm, the fleet maintained relentless readiness. Drones repaired, weapons recalibrated, shields reinforced. Nothing was left to chance. Humanity's legacy had been forged in the crucible of deathworlds, cosmic storms, and predator-filled planets, and now stretched across the stars with unassailable power. The ruined portal shimmered faintly below, its ancient warning fulfilled. Humanity had returned, not as a shadow, not as a rumor, but as a measured, deliberate, unstoppable force. The void itself seemed to bend under their will, every strike, every maneuver, every shielded formation asserting mastery over space and circumstance. The stars reflected off shields and hulls. Engines pulsing in perfect rhythm, a testament to intelligence, strategy, and unbreakable will. Alien remnants fled, no plan, no fleet, no command could withstand humanity's return. They had endured extinction, mastered survival, and emerged as arbiters of the void, and as Commander Hale watched the stars through the bridge window, he whispered, almost to himself, a quiet testament to human resolve: we endure. We protect. We rise.